All right, hello everyone. I am gonna change screens here. All right, Don, can you see this? We're good. All right. So when this grant is launched tomorrow, you are going to have access to this link and this page. And this is going to be your one-stop shop for all details relating to this grant program. So here you can see just an overview of the grant. And then here is the eligibility. Please make sure you look through this. We would hate for you to go through the whole process of applying and actually not be eligible for this program. And what I want to highlight here is, so these are all of the eligibility points. You can see the different innovation categories here. And then if you scroll down, we also have some kind of frequently asked questions around ineligible businesses, the expenses, and then just some questions about the application. So please look through this. I don't want anyone to waste their time if they're filling it out and not eligible. So then we move to the how to apply section. So here, obviously, this was to try and get all of you here today. I'm going to post the recording to this webinar as well as a link to the slides that we're going through here. So you'll be able to access that at any time. And then you can see our key dates here. So of course it will open up on Friday and then it will close July 21st. And then you can access the application here. There will be two parts to the application. The first is a lot of just kind of basic information about you, your business, some demographic information. And so you just have some of your annual expense and annual revenue figures ready. And then the second piece is actually the more detailed application questions. So I really want to highlight the form that we are using. You cannot start it, leave, and then come back. It will not save. So I've put that in red in as many places as possible because I would hate for you to start working on it, leave, and then lose all your work. So what we recommend is there's a PDF here of the application. You can click on that and see the entire thing beforehand. We also, in this Q&A, you can see what the application questions are. So you can prepare, and I would say prepare it all beforehand. And then once you're ready, click into the application, and that's when you can copy your answers in, upload your documents, and submit. We've also put a little checklist here for you of all of the documents that we need or that you need to have ready to upload. So Dawn just went through them, but just make sure you have all of these as well. All right, so let's take a quick look at the application. This is what the application will look like. Again, highlighting that it will not save if you leave the page, so don't leave the page. This is just going back to that resource page where you can double check your eligibility. So we have our first section, contact information. Anything with a red star means it's required. Going to be honest, every single question is required, so fill them all out. Then we have our demographic information.
Sorry, Florence, we cannot see your application screen.
Okay, let me new share. How about now? Can you see this?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. All right, so this is what the application looks like. Every single question is required, and you can see that with the red star next to it. So we start with our contact information. Then we go to the demographic information. This is just for our reporting purposes, and we want to highlight this will not impact your ability to access any of the funds or services. Then business information. Please note that your business address and your home address cannot be the same. This is one of the eligibility requirements, that they need to be different locations. It can't be a home-based business. So just please note that you will be ineligible if you fill out your business address and a home address as the same. Then we're using the NAICS scores for industry. If you have no idea what that is or what yours is, please click here. You'll be able to see a bunch of different categories for your business, and then you'll select it there. I also wanted to highlight, as soon as you select District of Columbia, the ward will pop up. So just most people should know their ward, but just if not, come prepared knowing which ward you are in the district. All right, and then I want to highlight, we do need number of employees and then your annual revenue and annual expenses. All right, then we get to our application section. So there are 3 sections. We highlight here the number of points in each section. And you'll go through, again, this will be in a PDF so you can see it beforehand. You can also always access this application. I just wouldn't suggest filling it out until you're really ready to submit. And then you'll be able to write in here all or copy in your answers, upload any files that are necessary, and that will be the application. You will know that you've submitted your application. This will change to a different page that says application submission successful with any additional information. And then you should also receive an email within 10 minutes saying, yes, we've received your application. You will hear from us by a certain date. At this point, it's August 31st, but we might change that. All right, and so I'm going to go back to our landing page. So hopefully you can see, okay, perfect. So if you have any questions at all throughout this process, whether it's questions about eligibility, questions about the application, about just the general process, you are able to get in touch with us. So we're gonna be, make sure we're very attentive to our email inbox. So this is the email for you to email. And then we're also offering 15-minute meetings with Dawn. So please note these meetings will need to be focused on any questions you have around the grant process, the application, the eligibility. This isn't a time to kind of discuss your specific application, but this is going to be clarifying questions around the entire process. So once, if you want to meet with Dawn on Friday, you'd go in here, you'd click a time. We just need your first name, last name, and email address, and then you'll get the information of how to meet with her. I think that is everything. This doesn't matter at this point. We put it on here. If you are awarded a grant, within 7 days, you will need to provide these documents, but I want to emphasize this is not necessary for the current application period. It's just once you've been awarded one, we'll need these documents. So again, we really want to make sure we're here for you. So please email us, use that calendar link, and please look through this webpage for any questions you might have. All right, Dawn, I will hand it back over to you.
Thanks, Florence. So we're going to now discuss the award selection process. You're going to, and you should be able to anticipate, we're going to have periodic updates on the status of your application, which will also be sent via email. We're going to be communicating so that you'll be abreast of what's going to happen and by when. There's going to be some important dates you're going to be mindful of because we're going to have specific deadlines, like the opening of this will be on the 23rd, but the closing date will be July 21st. We'd love for you to get your applications in as soon as possible, but you do have quite a bit of time for that. And then in September, we anticipate the award selection announcements to be made. So you should be able to anticipate award selections will be made in September, and your period of performance will be September of 2023 through to September 2024. For our grant disbursements, your awards will be provided in 2 separate disbursements. Your grant for disbursement 1 will be a 75% award, and that specific disbursement will be made via ACH payment on or before the 30th of September. Your order to be eligible to receive your second disbursement, we're going to ask that you are completing a progress report and submitting all of your receipts for the funds that you have received and have expended during that period. before your next disbursement can be issued. So we want to make sure that everyone has, again, that they're going to get the funds at a set time, but it's also going to be really important that you have your grant reports submitted and your receipts submitted so that you are going to be able to receive your next disbursement. That final grant disbursement is going to then be linked to your closing report, your closeout report, and that's going to be submitted before September 30th of 2024. So again, you're going to have two disbursements with reporting and progress reporting and receipting that you'll need to provide WAKIF, and then a closeout report that you'll do at the conclusion of the grant process. We're now going to move towards our Q&A session. And again, we want to thank you for your time today. If you'd like to receive any additional information, if you need to reach me for anything, you can reach me at SMB Growth Fund at WAKIF, and we look forward to supporting you for any grant or application needs that you might have. Thank you so much, everyone.